buy that for $1.
Welcome to another episode of Remember the Great Sports. If you didn't see part one of this video, definitely check it out in the link below or up here in the corner. It's also at the end of the video as well. But I'm going to go through these Kellogg's cards along with the 7-Eleven Slurpee cards that I picked up for just $1 a package not too long ago. So we're going to get the non-bagged ones out of the way here really quick. And I'm going to start out with, I believe these are all the same year, 1982 Kellogg's. And these are some of the highlights that I showed you in the last episode. And that's Pete Rose, Reggie Jackson, Yaz, Yount, and Nolan Ryan. Now, we'll just move those guys up here for the time being so we can have some room to look at the camera here. So as I mentioned in the other video, you can see that all of them are curved like that. I don't know if that's normal or if that's just what they do. I don't know. So maybe people that collect these could definitely, tell me about that. So we'll just jump right into this. I'm going to shuffle through these rather quickly. So for time purposes, you're not just seeing me go through these. But there's a Rod Carew, Tim Raines, Don Sutton, Jim Palmer, Dave Winfield, Tom Seaver, Eddie Murray, Raleigh Fingers, Mike Schmidt, Carlton Fisk, Johnny Bench, Gary Carter, Goose Gossage, Phil Niekro, Steve Carlton, Ricky Henderson, Ozzie Smith, George Brett, kind of flipped around there, Dusty Baker, Art Howell, George Foster, Singleton, Chet Lemon, Barker, Gibson, Norris, Kemp, Garvey, Buckner, Evans, and you kind of get the idea. Dave Parker, Kingman. I'm not going to go through all of them, just for time purposes, but a pretty solid bunch, wouldn't you say, for just $1. Now again, I need to get them in top loaders, I think, to straighten them out, or find a good book to press them in, one of the two. So that's just that stack. Now randomly I found some more in soft sleeves at the same seller, and this one's damaged, you can tell there, but these are just some of the same set, different guys. There's a couple duplicates in here. Raleigh Fingers again, Mike Schmidt again. Like I said, there's no rhyme to reason to how these are in order or why they have sleeves and some didn't, but I just took them all because it was a fair price for all of them. Hey, there's actually a different year. So there is one different one in here. I don't know what year that one is. That looks like a 71. Wow. So that's a real old one. So I know these aren't super rare by any measure of the imagination. Now this next thing I want to show you is a whole bag of these 7-Eleven Slurpee coins. Now I'm sure a lot of you remember these because I certainly do. I never had anywhere near this many. I maybe had like 5 in my whole collection. So to find this amount for that little is awesome. Now the cool thing is, there's not just baseball in here, but there's football as well. And on top of that, a random Ryne Sandberg coin, which I'm not really sure. I think this is maybe the Bandai set, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I have to do a little research on that. But a bonus Ryne Sandberg in there. So let me just go through these really quick. These are 1985 7-Eleven Slurpee coins. There's also 84 football in there, but we got the likes of Joe Theismann, Otis Anderson, there's baseball, they're all mixed. So that one's like a tri-player card, that one too. But I'm not going to name them all to you. That's Kirk Gibson, I think. And there's a Joe Montana. I mean, that's pretty sweet right there. And these are just super cool. I mean, I used to love getting these as a kid. Like I said, I maybe had like 5 my entire life. And to find this stack, Ozzie Smith, Dan Fouts, Blyleven. That's another triple one, triple stars, and I'll just show you a triple star one on the back here. It lists them all right there. So you kind of get the idea. And there's some football guys. You know, Joe Montana paid for the bag alone right there. You know, there's a couple more. Mike Schmidt, John Riggins. You know, there's Joe Theismann. So here's the one that's going to make you cry, guys. So this was a ripped front off of, you know, like somebody decided to rip the card apart. And I turn it over, and lo and behold, it is a Dan Marino rookie year Slurpee disc coin. The Dan Marino, of all the cards that are damaged, it has to be the Dan Marino rookie card, of course. You know, I mean, I don't like finding damaged cards like anybody else, but I definitely could have, you know, not had a Mike Hargrove and lost any sleep over it, or, you know, any of these other guys. I mean, there's another John Riggins. I'd rather have that ripped in half as opposed to the Dan Marino rookie year one. And, you know, this is just, you know, a nice little selection of, you know, Slurpee coins. This is a lot of Slurpees. Maybe the person that was selling these died of having like a diabetic shock or something from all the Slurpees they drank back in the 80s. Eric Dickerson, Ozzie Newsome, and this one's damaged in half, the Tony Dorsett. It's been like bent. But can you believe, of all the Slurpee coins that I pull out, Joe Montana included, that this has to be the damaged one, Dan Marino. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode. There's also a couple of these little stickers from Upper Deck in there. I hope you enjoyed the episode. You know, definitely let me know if there's, you know, if this is common for these Kellogg's cards to bin like that, or I just happened to find a weird cut of them or something. But I know these Kellogg's cards aren't worth a lot, but I still think they're pretty cool, and for only $1, you can't go wrong. So again, thanks for joining me for another episode. Hope you enjoyed this one, and as always, happy collecting.
I'd buy that for $1.